encouragement from the Leeds United chairman Peter Ridsdale to Lucas Radeby as the two teams come out, and unlike 7 nights ago, it's not raining, but the atmosphere inside Ellen Road is still a vibrant one on another special European occasion for Leeds United. Besiktas no doubt on a high after their unexpected victory over Barcelona. Leeds United likewise also hoping to carry on where they left off after that famous win against AC Milan. Lucas Radeby doesn't remember much about the Nou Camp after sustaining concussion. Of course, he missed out on that Milan victory. No doubt he'll be hoping to savour another special European campaign with Leeds United. Big game for both of these two sides, hoping of course to propel them a little bit closer to phase 2, and also hoping no doubt that in the Nou Camp that Barcelona and AC Milan can cancel each other out. Back-to-back games, return in Istanbul in some 3 weeks' time. I'm sure the crowd will have a vital role to play. It is, as it always is, in the floodlights, a European night buzzing. Viduka back in the lead side after a 5-game absence, with his journey down under for the Olympics, and now back in favour with a smiling David O'Leary. The Besiktas players each carrying a bouquet of flowers in memory of Christopher Spate and Kevin Loftus, the two Leeds fans tragically murdered some 5 months ago. Peter Ridsdale, the Leeds chairman, and Sir Dagdor Gilly, the president of Besiktas, have certainly done a great deal and very proactive in the bridge building exercises. Well, here is Vitor Manuel Pereira, and good to see that the Leeds bench is somewhat getting like more of a full-strength squad with the likes of Stephen McPhail, Darren Huckabee as well, and Michael Bridges, giving options for David O'Leary. The Portuguese official is highly experienced. He's officiated in the Euro 96 and also the 2000 campaigns. Besiktas players just having a Celtic huddle. Leeds United need no such things. The crowd inside Ellen Road is generating so much atmosphere, hoping of course that they've overcome the physical and mental tiredness that David O'Leary had said had plagued them in the weekend draw against Derby County. After their respective and unexpected victories, Besiktas and Leeds United know that 3 points tonight after their wins over Barcelona and AC Milan could take them just that little bit closer towards the next stages of European competition. No Besiktas fans have actually travelled, and Leeds United in all white to kick-start this 3rd game of this European campaign. Viduka didn't necessarily have the happiest of times with Australia down under in the Olympics as we're underway, but of course he'll be hoping that he can break his duck for his club after summoning from Celtic. And Leeds will also hope that they can add to that famous win over Milan. Matteo, Hart's cross, he just couldn't get there. Smith picks the ball up, almost going into the penalty area. Kashtov will bring the ball away, the former Spartak Moscow player who played against Leeds on both occasions for the Russian champions last season in the UEFA Cup. Indeed, I think it was he who gave away the mistake which led to the Harry Kewell goal in Sofia. Good start though from Leeds, looking to push Besiktas back onto the back foot in these opening 60 seconds. Viduka. Good turn from Viduka, looks up, plays the ball in. Smith was there, and Leeds have got a corner, and straight away that partnership which has blossomed in the opening 5 games. Indeed, Alan Smith has scored all of his 5 goals, whilst Viduka played in those opening 5 games, showing signs of being back in harmony once again. Bay with a corner, there was Smith, just couldn't get his head around it. Alan Smith, who hasn't scored in the last 6 games, has certainly started brightly, even if his near post header was wide. Eric Bakker, who got both of the goals against Galatasaray in the UEFA Cup semi-final, was also prominent in having his shirt pulled. Besiktas, I'm sure, will hope to try and keep it rather solid in these opening minutes. They took the lead in the San Siro a fortnight ago against AC Milan, but went on to lose 4-1. This is Dursun. Just couldn't keep the ball in play. Dominic Matteo, who was the second highest goal scorer for Turkey last season with some 21 goals and 2 cracking strikes as well against Barcelona a week ago. Leeds deep inside their own half. Viduka with a flick on. Smith got the ball out well to Bowyer. Smith is in a more forward position. The ball will break kindly for him as well. Gary Kelly now comes forward on the right hand side. Looks to go around the back of Ibrahim as well. The free kick has gone against the Irish international. United against AC Milan never let the Italians settle a week ago, and I'm sure David O'Leary will hope that the players can make sure they keep up that sort of high tempo, never allowing the opposition to get into any sort of rhythm. Kelly and Bowyer, good understanding down the right. That's a good ball for Alan Smith to chase. Smith pulls the ball back from the right. Viduka just couldn't get there. Hart will now pick it up. Wants it on the right foot. Shot is blocked. Still have possession. Kleshtov will clear for Besiktas, but this is a good start and good pressure from Leeds United. Viduka, lovely little flick back. Bakker. Kleshtov again is the man to tidy at the back for the current Turkish league leaders. I'm sure David O'Leary will be highly encouraged by this start in the opening 4 minutes. Keeping possession well too, Leeds. Bakker, good ball to Bowyer, tried to take it on the run. That was casual from the Nigerian goalkeeper Iki Shoronmu. Very laid back. Dakor. Bobbling around on the edge of the area, and Karhan, the Slovakian, will bring the ball away, looking composed as well. If they look for a counter-attack, Besiktas. Mihat. Breaks towards Dursun, just inside the penalty area. Dursun will hesitated. He's got options there. Newmar's also in the penalty area. But Leeds had white shirts back in abundance. That could well be an interesting confrontation between Smith and Kleshtov. He doesn't look much like a young boy nowadays, does he, the 19-year-old? He has matured certainly during the summer and has enjoyed a fine start to this campaign. Karhan. Newmar trying to switch play for Besiktas. Leeds have got a lot of men back behind the ball. Newmar back to Karhan. Ibrahim will come forward. Bowie made the challenge. Karhan likes to see a lot of the ball. He's an accomplished Slovakian, and he's going to go for goal! And it wasn't too far away from Miroslav Karhan, who has some 36 caps to his credit, likes to get forward wherever possible. And it was good link-up play. And his shot, thankfully, was just drifting wide. Struck it true enough. recall, who played with Pascal Noumar, was up front for Besiktas for Lens last season. Good play by Smith. Viduka plays in Hart, looks up, there's Smith, there's Bowyer! And Leeds United have got the perfect start, some 6.5 minutes on the clock. And Lee Bowyer has found the score sheet once again. He's enjoying a fine start to the season. It was a wonderful ball whipped in by Hart with pace, 2 white shirts went for it, and it was Bowyer who got the decisive touch 6 yards out. It's his 5th goal of the season. The pace was really on the delivery, and the extended right foot guided it home. Just the start that David O'Leary had craved, and the crowd had wanted. And there he is again. He's recovered so well from his double hernia operation from the summer. Blows the face, which is causing him concerns at the moment. Hart did so well on that left-hand side. David O'Leary, Eddie Gray and Roy Aitken delighted with the start that Leeds have made here. Ian Hart was on the score sheet at Derby at the weekend. He's goal provider on this latest occasion. Besiktas, who necessarily have the happiest of reputations on their travels in Europe. In their last campaign at the highest level in European competition, they were beaten by Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Gothenburg a few years ago. And they'll look for an early riposte, but Lucas Radeby marshalling a solid defence well. Tobacco, who spreads it out to Ian Hart. Matteo is ahead of him. Actually returned the ball back, it went out of play. Matteo, the 21st player to make an appearance when the season's less than 2 months old. So more than the entire playing staff that David O'Leary used for the whole of last season. Besiktas come forward with Ibrahim. Again, the white shirts were back. The Turks still had the ball, and Noumar was looking to make his presence felt. The flag was raised, and Noumar was offside. 9 goals in 10 games though, an obvious threat. He was offside as he tried to latch onto that cross from the left. Kelly. Smith again, always willing for the outlet. Ball in play. Just with Turkey at the moment. Besiktas then give it away, which will please this crowd of inside Ellen Road. Now Viduka's got a chance here, he's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, he's in the penalty area, and the goalkeeper somehow diverts the ball onto the bar, and Viduka is denied his first goal for the club. It was a little bit fortuitous how it reached Alan Smith, but the flick, there was the Besiktas defence, and Viduka, it actually went under the goalkeeper and somehow went onto the crossbar. The perfect opportunity for a second goal goes begging. But Leeds will come again with the goal scorer Bowyer. Tried the loveliest and delightful of flicks, and Besiktas have just put the ball out of play for a throw. No man taking no chances. Great start though this for Leeds United. Defence was shambolic, but Viduka's not complaining. It's a moment he's been waiting for. Gary Kelly had a little glance up, whipped in the cross, and Viduka totally unmarked as the Besiktas defence looked for the offside flag, guided his header past Shorumu. 2-0. We've been playing for 12 minutes. Well, he's been thriving on crosses like that in Scotland. 27 goals for Celtic last season. And he's now with his first for the club, given Leeds a 2-0 advantage. I'm sure though the Besiktas coach, Nevio Scala, won't be too happy with his defence. They were holding their own internal inquiries whilst the celebrations went on for Leeds United. Smith brought down by Carhan, free kick. Inside Ellen Road as Leeds this time will attack on the other side, the left. Cross cut out though by the number 17 Erman. Carhan was a little bit fortunate to survive, not just on the first error but also at the second time of asking too. It's asking a lot of Besiktas to try and recover from conceding 2 goals in the opening quarter of an hour. Especially when Leeds are playing with so much intensity and a first to every ball. He just couldn't control it from Bowie's through ball, and Marcus Munch will try and bring the ball away. Eric Bakker just giving away a free kick. Third game in a week for the Norwegian. Gives the Leeds midfield so much more. His outstanding attributes. Carhan's ball forward. Newman and Durson both trying to get a touch. The referee says that there was no foul. Smith trying to latch onto Kelly's long ball. Kleshkov will certainly know that the 19-year-old is about. Kleshkov using his experience to bring the ball away. Ball launched forward by Umit. Ian Hart. Matteo to the court. Smith. Oh, that's a beautiful turn from Smith. Great football. Hart again on the left. Viduka waits in the penalty area. Bakker almost got there with a header. Bowie then just couldn't control that bouncing ball, and Ibrahim will clear. Indeed, he will slice his clearance. Well, this opening 15 minutes has been a vibrant start from Leeds United and their 2 goals to the good. Viduka's back heel, Bakker almost into the penalty area. The crowd, rather than the players, were appealing for some sort of penalty decision from the Portuguese official. Besiktas at the moment just can't get out of their own penalty area. Such is the energy that Leeds are playing with. Umit and Bakker, the 2 players who really collided into each other in the penalty area. Nevio Scala, a worried man. Ibrahim impeded by Eric Bakker. Lucas Radaby though cutting out the threat from Durson. Munch there will find him. Now looks for Nihat. Coming inside. Well, hand for Besiktas, whose ball into the penalty area. Comfortably dealt with. Important that Leeds keep it tight, and that's what Danny Mills has done. Outstanding against Shevchenko and co a week ago. He's also trying to keep the likes of Amit Dursun and Pascal Numa quiet. Quiet isn't a word you'd associate with the front two of Leeds United. Viduka, who has helped win a throw for Leeds. This is Rugby. Back is through ball looking for Smith, but Sherwin-Moore is out. Both Smith and Viduka have been lively up front for Leeds so far. And well worth a 2-0 advantage too. Besiktas though are starting to see a little bit more of possession now. At the moment they're playing in front of the Leeds defence, causing too many concerns for David O'Leary. Ibrahim looking for Numa. Numa now in between Gary Kelly and Radaby, pulls the ball back. Dursun will try and turn, but Nigel Martin was well positioned. It was a swift turn though from the Turkish international. Thankfully his shot was straight. It's England's number one. Picking up on that loose ball. Besiktas hardly convincing at the back. Coming forward, they are starting to creep back into this game, looking of course to try and reduce the arrears. This is Numa doing the step over, one touch too many. Gary Kelly with a clearance. Good challenge from Lucas Radaby. To launch another Leeds United attack. The movement and the running is there for all to see, but Dominic Matteo just caught offside. He slotted in so well. Only his second appearance, or his third appearance for the club, after his £4.25 million move from Liverpool. And versatile with it as well. Either left back or left midfield, he's doing a good job. With a header forward, Smith controlled the ball and tried to lay it back to Gary Kelly. Pace of the game has certainly dropped, which I'm sure will suit Besiktas, who were blown away with those opening 2 goals in 12 minutes. Scala, their Italian coach, will be hoping they can do something now, because they are certainly enjoying their best spell of this first half with 20 minutes on the clock. Its forward ball though was too heavy. And Nigel Martin, making his 199th appearance for the club, will make the clearance. He just couldn't head the ball in the right direction. Ian Hart. Viduka using his strength to good effect, goes for goal, and it wasn't too far away, and indeed Sherwin-Moore must have taken the faintest of touch of his fingertips, or indeed it may well have come off the legs of Erman, but he struck it so well, and it did indeed come off the fingertips of the Nigerian international. Viduka using his strength and power to good effect. Although you wouldn't know he's just been tested, he's certainly a relaxed customer. This is the call. There goes Matteo. It's there, and Matteo has got the third goal. And Leeds United's night just gets better and better. He's not smiling now, the Nigerian, as Leeds extend their lead. The corner was taken short. The ball came on the inside, whipped it in at the near post. Smith was there, but it was Matteo who scored his first goal for the club, who turned the ball in. Kept his balance and his composure. Smith again was making a nuisance of himself. Dominic Matteo took full advantage. Hardly renowned for scoring goals, only 2 in his 155 games for Liverpool. He's off the mark at the third time of asking in a white shirt. And what a scoreline midway through the first half. Leeds leading by 3 goals to 0. Smith's having an excellent game. European nights to savour under David O'Leary in Europe, and already this scoreline is suggesting it could be another one to add to the list of your Spartak Moscows and your Romas victories in the UEFA Cup last season, and of course that win against AC Milan a week ago. And a yellow card for Olivier Dacour. Never changed his style, even when you 3 up. Firstly, competitive, but a yellow card for the Frenchman. Besiktas must try and recover, because I'm sure they are shell-shocked at the moment. It's long ball. And Leeds looking so comfortable at the back with Radaby in commanding form. Tracking in was Tafer. Good football from Leeds United, nice interchanging passing. Ball just given away by Matteo. Carhan. Ibrahim picking up on that loose ball. Baka did well though to retrieve the situation. Smith is always willing to run after every lost cause, and that's what his persistence will win him. And he sends in the cross. There's just not many white shirts there. Paducah will keep the ball in play thanks to Matteo. Matteo now will look up, and Marcus Munch had to head the ball behind, because again Smith was causing all sorts of problems. Just impeding Ibrahim. He was sent off for 2 bookable offences, was Dacour against TSV Munich in the first match in Europe of this season. We just have to make sure that keeps an eye on that yellow card. Danny Mills with a clearance. Eirik Baka, cool as a cucumber to pick out Ian Hart as Leeds clear the danger. It's hard to know what tactics you employ from a Besiktas point of view, bearing in mind they suffered a drubbing at AC Milan a fortnight ago. Whether they try and get back into the game or damage limitation, something that Nevio Scala must try and address. Certainly they'll hope to keep it this way for the next 20 minutes or so until we reach half time. It will take something dramatic though from the current league leaders of Turkey to get back into this game. There haven't been too many dramatic comebacks when you're playing at the highest level in Europe. And Ibrahim, who wasn't happy with the decision from the referee with his dissent, has just gone and earned himself with his name in the book of Manuel Pereira. He went down under the challenge of Bowyer and Mills. It was a blatant show of dissent. Not going to change the referee's mind, and a yellow card. Smith's front play really has belied his tender years so far this evening. Gary Kelly again coming forward, sends in a cross. There again was Smith trying to get on the end of it. Besiktas this time did deal with a cross from Gary Kelly. It's Carhan to bring the ball away. But every player in a white shirt is on top of their game this evening. Backer and Mark Viduka have certainly enjoyed fine first half displays. Khan, everything likes to go through the Slovakian. Nihat. To Karhan. They're not going anywhere though with a great deal of pace. It's a very slow and methodical build-up, and one which doesn't get very far. Leeds, on the other hand, attack with a lot more speed and pace. Crossfield ball cut out by the German Marcus Munch. Ibrahim is getting forward at every opportunity into the penalty area, trying to link up with Dursun. But again, Lucas Radovic enjoying a fine game, just steps out of defence to bring the ball away. This is Bowyer to the court. The passing now has been exemplary, and every time that Leeds come forward they attack with menace. Sadly Gary Kelly just couldn't keep that ball in play. Well, they haven't had too many threatening moments, Besiktas. This would have been one of them had Ibrahim managed to take the ball in his stride. Hart linking up with Viduka. Ibrahim may well have felt that. That was off the trusty left foot of the Irish international, whose Derby will testify at the weekend can score a special goal or two in his young career. 3-0 up though, with nearly half an hour played. Is a fine night's work so far from Leeds United. Besiktas are forced to go back to Shorunmu. Just lacking that cutting edge to try and cause the Leeds defence real problems. Just that one effort so far which was saved by Nigel Martin. Newmar reminds me a little bit of Paolo One-Shot. And Bakker again just making the foul, sharing a joke with the referee. Ibrahim was the man who was caught. The ball again is given away. Besiktas are giving the ball away far too often, and Leeds in this kind of form will hurt them, especially with players like Lee Bowyer, who is enjoying a similar start to the season as he did last year. He was prolific in the UEFA Cup, and he's already found the score sheet again in European competition. Keep it tight up towards half-time, and David O'Leary, I'm sure, will be patting each of the Leeds players firmly on the back as they go into the half-time team talk in the next 14 minutes. Newmar dropping deeper just to try and get hold of the ball, because the service to the front two hasn't really been causing many problems for the Leeds defence from Besiktas. Nihat. Ian Hart did enough to go with him. Just getting a little nudge there from the Irish international, and a free kick to Besiktas, who yet to lose a game in Turkey. They won 5-1 on Friday night against Ankara. Confidence certainly high coming into this game. However, it's been shattered by a wonderful display from Leeds United. Nihat with the free kick. But it doesn't even reach the penalty area. It's going to cause little concern. He's got a chance to rectify that. He whips in the cross as well. Tafer was trying to get there, and Ian Hart did enough to put off the Besiktas captain. Well, they've threatened very little in open play. Nigel Martin will hope his defence can keep a check on things from a set piece. Marcus Munch will take it. Carhan is there, and it was Dominic Matteo who just got the touch ahead of the tall Slovakian. Come on! Well, Besiktas will certainly hope that they can try and pull a goal back to give any hope that they've still got something left out of this game. Munch again, though, this time can't even beat the first man, and typically it was Alan Smith to make that clearance. Munch with a throw. First one will win another throw. Well, this is... in fact, the throw's gone the other way, so Gary Kelly will make the clearance. Durson not entirely too pleased with that decision. Alan Smith just couldn't take the ball with him. But those four white shirts around Tafer there just sums up the sort of way that Leeds have always pressed and closed Besiktas down whenever they've been on the ball. Well, Ibrahim's got away from Decour. Ibrahim's shot, though, was never going to trouble Nigel Martin. He appeared to be caught in two minds, and then he went on the outside, but he's never really wrapped that left foot round it enough to cause Martin any trouble at all. Radaby. Bowyer. Bowyer finds Kelly. Back has made an intelligent run into space, and he'll win a corner off the legs of Unit. Every time that Leeds come forward, they attack with so much menace. Not just from the front too, but it's the supporting midfield who are always able to give players options that Gary Kelly could pick out back at. So many players to aim for with aerial presence as Bowie has hit the bar. It was Matteo. Numo makes the clearance. Radaby, and Radaby's shot flashed wide. A cheeky smile from Lucas Radaby, not known for his goal-scoring exploits. Neither is Matteo, but he almost doubled his Leeds United tally in only his third game for what he scored for his entire career at Anfield. But this time the bar came to the rescue of Besiktas. No exaggeration, Leeds could have been leading by 4 or 5 goals so far this evening. Backer. Strong run from the Norwegian, and Tafer pulled him back. The Besiktas captain was undone by the strength of Eirik Bakker. Another yellow card, the second for Besiktas will be shown. What didn't help Tafer's cause is that Bakker just run in front of captain. What this does do, though, it means Leeds could attack once again. 4 white shirts wait for this free kick to be delivered. Ian Hart will strike it. Numar made the clearance. I tell you what, that seemed to be curling in towards the far corner. It was curling in wickedly. Hart trying to add to the weekend goal against Derby. Decor, good turn. Backer. Free kick for Besiktas. They'll be glad of the respite, because Leeds have really pinned them back so much in their half for this opening 45 minutes. Showrumlu wasn't really making much of an effort to get to that. He was relying a lot on Numar. Flashed off to Numar. Now looking for Nihat. Art stood up to him. It's been a perfect European display in every sense. Carha looking for Numar again. Radaby with the intervention. Munch though sends the ball in again. Radaby is there, Mr. Dependable at the back. Besiktas still looking to threaten, but Leeds, for the moment at least, have cleared. Doing it to Nihat. Nihat this time gets away from Ian Hart, but look at the core back there. He's done ever so well, the £7.2 million capture from Lens, who, like Leeds last season, reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. And it's the experience that Decor will bring to this Leeds side that I'm sure was one of the attributes that David O'Leary wanted to sign him. Here comes from Smith for Duca, crashed off to Showrumlu. Again they were caught in a pickle at the back. They survive on this occasion. They hardly inspire confidence. Ibrahim to Munch, who's also starting to come into the game a little bit more as this first half has wore on. The front two of Gerson and Numar just haven't clicked as they did against Barcelona a week ago. Decor, 26 years of age yesterday. What a way to celebrate your birthday. 3 goals to the good. Smith looking for Bowyer, who'd made the run. Well kicked. Showrumlu finds Kleshkov. Smith again, right from the word go, putting pressure on Besiktas, and Showrumlu was a little bit fortunate just to take the ball away from Viduka. You say about the defence not inspiring confidence, neither does the goalkeeper. Five minutes to go to half time, and Leeds in the perfect position. Stepping out of defence to bring the ball away to launch a possible another Leeds United attack. Matteo to Bakker. Bakker to Viduka. This time though the flag was raised. Bakker, look at the control. The first time ball, the way to the pass as well was exemplary. Viduka this time just triggered the offside flag. Has Radaby with him. He manages to get in the cross. Good take though by Nigel Martin. Bakker now can come forward, striding forward as well. Radaby to Hart. They've used the flanks so well though in this first half, both right and the left. Hart and Matteo link up. Hart continued his run. Hardly cut out with a great deal of effect. Carhan toiling away, and in the end not helped at all by the referees. The course shot is, thought it was deflected for a corner, but indeed it will be a goal kick. Carhan was battling away all by himself. It broke to the court, and as it was just swerving away and dragged wide from Shorumbu. On the night where Viduka and Matteo have scored their first goals for the club, Decor could have been forgiven for thinking that he might as well try his luck too. Kelly just couldn't keep the ball in play, and Besiktas have a throw with Marcus Munch. Flashed off to Carhan. Decor shackled him well. He set Smith away. Umit will go with Smith, nudging the back of Smith. Assistant referee says no. And as we're near half-time, Besiktas will, I'm sure, be pleased that after conceding that third goal on 22 minutes, that they have gone another 22 without conceding another. Dursun just comes on the inside of Radaby, and there was Danny Mills covering and doing a very good job to avert the threat of the Turkish striker. Lucas Radaby slipped on the greasy surface. Dursun was in, but just as he thought about goal, taking the ball off his toes was Danny Mills. Corner from Munch, knocks in the air. Newmar then pushes into Gary Kelly. Munch's shot is charged down by Lee Bowyer, and Leeds are working so hard, not only in attack but also in defence as well, just to make sure that Besiktas don't end this first half with a goal. Munch again with the delivery. Taking no chances, Dominic Matteo for yet another corner. We're inside the last 60 seconds of normal time. Imperative to make sure that Besiktas don't find an avenue back into the game. Munch lost this one into Carhan, whose header is off target. He got it well, just couldn't direct it goalwards. A little bit deeper this time. Carhan using his 6'2" frame to good effect. Gary Kelly and Martin though were covering. What a first half it's been though for Leeds United. Carhan again, possibly one of the most impressive players so far for Besiktas. His long ball downfield though will be seen back to Nigel Martin by Lucas Radaby. After that win against AC Milan a week ago, now it's been leading 3-0 with the possibility of going to the top of the group. And just listen to the applause around Ellen Road for a wonderful first half performance from David O'Leary's side. Lee Bowyer, then Mark Viduka and Dominic Matteo have given Leeds United a 3-goal cushion, and the players certainly deserve every clap and every cheer for their appreciation for a wonderful display in the opening 45 minutes. Leeds 3, Besiktas 0. Hard to know how Leeds United can better that first half performance. I'm sure they will try, but leading by 3-0, unless something crazy was to happen, then Leeds United are set to record a second successive victory, and it will be a fine European display to take them on to 6 points. Besiktas will somehow wait to try and get themselves back into this game. And after watching the first half, it's hard to see how they will do that. Amit Dursun and Pascal Numa, the two players who were the undoing of Barcelona, haven't had the service or really the opportunity to do the same to Leeds United. Down. Besiktas will hope that the second half is somewhat better than the first 45 minutes. Ibrahim. Munch whips in the first time cross, but every time that Besiktas have come forward, they found Lucas Radebe in commanding form at the back. Carhan. Ibrahim, who's on a yellow card, will have been a little bit wary as Bowie went to ground, because another yellow card would result in him being sent off. At times Leeds were dazzling when going forward. And if they can pick up that tempo again when the second half does get going, Besiktas won't know what's hit them. Sometimes there's always that danger that after a fine first half display, though, that the second half doesn't necessarily live up to the same sort of expectations. Nudge in the back on Alan Smith. Leeds have a throw in the early stages of this second half. Paducah. Good running. Carhan though was there to take the ball away from him. And the slightest of touches and the Slovakian went down. There he is to make the clearance. Ibrahim picks it up and lifts the ball away downfield. The ball away far too easily, Besiktas. It was Ibrahim on that occasion. And saying that though, he just couldn't keep the ball in play. He'll be a happy man. Those Irish eyes will no doubt be smiling from the final whistle, as well around 35,000 others inside Ellen Road. Steady start after the restart. Tafer, the Besiktas captain. Marcus Munch, over 10 years of experience in top-flight football, mainly applying his trade across in the German Bundesliga. Flashed off to Ibrahim. Again, they're keeping the ball, but not really going anywhere, Besiktas. This is Nihat. Danny Mills again is sticking tight to the 20-year-old. He's certainly grasped his chance in the side. And somehow the throw's gone against Besiktas, but Leeds are not complaining because Matteo will now come away with the ball. Paducah, little glance over the shoulder. Here's Bowyer, cross in, Smith, flag was raised. Paducah put the ball over the top anyway. But the difference in how the two sides attack, Besiktas that little bit more laboured, and Leeds with so much pace going forward at every opportunity with the movement and the running. And on this occasion the flag came to the rescue of Besiktas. 4 minutes played in the second half. Tafer. Nihat. Industrious, busy-like player. free kick will go against him. Indeed it won't, it will go the other way. High feet from both players really. Something which is outlawed on the continent. And Besiktas, who might be a little bit encouraged by the start of the second half that they've made. We'll see if they can test Nigel Martin from long range. The strike is wide from Nihat. Nigel Martin again not worried at all. The three-man wall did its job sufficiently. Martin has only had that one save to make. Much to the dismay of Nevio Scala. Gary Kelly. Duca. A nudge in the back. He tried to pick himself up, but just couldn't keep his balance. But he has won that free kick. Taken too quickly. Manuel Pereira, the Portuguese official, says the ball was in fact moving when Arik Bakker struck it. Gary Kelly. Bakker. Kelly linking it well. Bakker did well. Bakker looks up, sends it across to Smith, and his downward header across the face of goal. Well, if anybody deserves a goal, it will be Alan Smith for the way that he's worked so hard. Wonderful play again from Arik Bakker. Had a little glance over the shoulder, came on the inside of Tafer, sent in across, and a glancing header from Alan Smith. Diving forward, the faintest of touches. And Besiktas survive. Well, it could have been 6 or 7 this evening with all the chances that Leeds have created. Here he is again, Smith, trying to release Viduka. And Viduka has won a corner kick. Some good covering from Besiktas. The call is taken quickly. The core tries to sweep the ball in. Besiktas will break. 7 minutes into the second half. There's no danger of Leeds sitting back on their 3-goal lead. Just got to be wary of the counter-attack from Besiktas, but Danny Mills is certainly continuing his fine form in the centre of defence after his own fine display against Milan a week ago. The white shirt is down at the moment. Gary Kelly just making sure that the defence is well marshalled. Carhan with the throw. Cross comes in from Munch. The call with a header away. Nihat. Bakker did just enough. Carhan shot, takes a deflection off an outstretched foot from Dursun, but wide. And with the exception of Dursun's shot in the first half, all that Besiktas have been restricted to really is efforts from long range. The call. Always seems to have so much time on the ball. Alan Smith brought down. Showroom beaten 3 times already. We'll watch on as Viduka hopes to latch on to the end of this free kick from Ian Hart. In it goes, headed away. Leeds though will threaten once more. This is Alan Smith. Bowie with a flick, Viduka back to Bowie, but the flag is raised and the whistle has been blown. interchange of passing, so slick. Lovely flick to Bowyer, turn away, and Viduka just back towards him. Leeds are still keeping possession well and obviously still on their toes, not wanting to let their guard slip against Besiktas. The emerging forces in Turkish football, 4 or 5 points currently clear of Galatasaray at the top of their domestic table. Ball played in towards Alan Smith. Leeds, whose own Premiership form hasn't been as good as that as the European form so far, but maybe this performance could kickstart it all ahead of the visit of a certain George Graham at the weekend. Leary has been saying that you've got to be aware of the physical and mental tiredness which had crept into the play at Derby County. You've got to say this hasn't really been a feature of the way that Leeds have played with so much vigour and passion here tonight, typified by that man Lee Bowyer. Carhan fleshed off, and again Bowyer snapping at his heels as Carhan advances. Carhan now has a bit of space to come into. He looks for Numa. Carhan has a shot. Danny Mills with the intervention. Besiktas though are starting to have more and more long-range efforts it seems, but Danny Mills and Lucas Radaby are solid at the back. Duke just picks up a knock. Carhan looking for Dursun. Dursun in the penalty area, and the outstretched foot of Nigel Martin does just enough to divert the ball away. The best real effort that Besiktas have had. It involved possibly their best player, Carhan, who slid the ball in, and the shot from Dursun from Nigel Martin. Besiktas threaten once more. Radaby with the header away this time. Besiktas have gone back towards Shorunlu, and with it you feel that a little bit of their momentum has gone too. Carhan, if he was to have so much time on the ball as he has had in the second half, for the return game in 3 weeks' time, you feel could well be an instrumental player for Besiktas. Kelly with the throw. Backer with the header. Bowie just couldn't get there. Numa rising in the air. Radaby sticking with him. And in the end, all of the holding up play and his hard work was a waste, because his final ball left a lot to be desired. Nigel Martin will be grateful of the fact that he changed his boots from size 10 to 9.5 and not to a size 9, because that extra few inches certainly vital to keep out Dursun moments ago. There's always a little bit of anticipation every time that Ian Hart places the ball down for a free kick, but on this occasion he's taken it short. Quarter Bowyer. Look at the options. Kelly coming on the overlap. The cross is in though, headed away. Matteo will pick it up. To Hart. Sends in a deep ball. It was Bakker with a header, and he'll try and retrieve it as well. Kleshov and Tafo will bring the ball away though for Besiktas. Numa lost out to the challenge to Lucas Radebe. Leeds again will come, and a challenge from behind. And this could pose trouble for Erman, because that will be a yellow card, and it means that Erman will miss the return in 3 weeks' time. Challenge from behind, catching Viduka, a yellow card, the third Besiktas player to be booked, and the number 17 will not be featuring in Istanbul in 3 weeks' time. Other players who are sweating on yellow cards: Numa for Besiktas, Alan Smith and Danny Mills for Leeds United. What can Leeds do here? Bowie with a free kick towards the far post. Headed away. Nihat then knocks it straight back to Bowyer. Caught in possession by Dursun. Karhan now will try and get Besiktas away. This is Ibrahim, who has pulled away into space. It's picked out Umit! And Umit's shot hit the side netting. Well, in the last 2 or 3 minutes, Besiktas have created 2 of their best openings. Wonderful run into space, picked out well by Numa. And on this particular occasion, he just couldn't steer it the other side of the post. Thankfully for Leeds, it hit the side netting. But maybe a bit of a wake-up call to show that Besiktas still harbour hopes of trying to get themselves back into the game, despite the tall order that lies ahead when they're 3-0 down. Will also show that Besiktas on their home ground could be a completely different proposition in 3 weeks' time. This is Bowler looking for Smith. Bowie sends in the cross. Shorumu though gathered the ball. I suppose when you're 3-0 down, there's not a great deal much more you can do apart from give it a try, and they've certainly done that, but Leeds on the whole have been solid at the back, and they've been awesome in attack. They're doing it at the moment. Viduka played in by Smith. Viduka just forced the check. Hart is forward. This is Matteo. Matteo goes for goal! And Kleshov diverted his goal-bound effort behind. Well, he could have had 2 or 3 tonight, Dominic Matteo. Came on the inside with Will, and Kleshov, I'm not too sure he knew a great deal about that. Away with a corner towards the far post. Good taking the pressure from Shorumu. I don't think that Ian Hart touched him. Shorumu was sort of trying to make a case that he had. Numa will chase after Lucas Radebe. Nigel Martin's clearance will fall to Ibrahim, who just let the ball run away from him and showed too much towards Danny Mills. The flag has been raised from that long ball from Mills. Maybe those new 9.5 size boots do take a bit of adjusting after all. Besiktas should possibly enjoy better possession in this second half, but they've been caught in it now, and Smith has played in Viduka on the edge of the area. This is Viduka. He's got Bakker just to the side of him. This is Bakker, and Bakker has scored a 4th goal. And it all came down to the persistence of Alan Smith, who called Besiktas out up towards Viduka, and Arit Bakker is up and running for the season with his 1st goal of the campaign. There was Smith. His awareness played in Viduka, held the ball up, thought about goal, saw that Back was there, drew the man, and with precision, here's right-footed shots, nestled in the back of the net for a wonderful fourth goal. Unselfish play by Viduka, drew the man, held it up just enough. First time shot from the Norwegian, and Shodamu was beaten for a fourth time. 4-0. There he is again. You wouldn't know it's his third game in a week, would you? Leeds are marching on in Europe. Court. Again, got into play. Clashed off, just caught the heels of Alan Smith. Well, they know they've been in the game tonight, the Besiktas defence, that's for sure. And Shodamu has been beaten on 4 occasions, and will no doubt be sweating with his latest free kick. They have the options to aim for. Brilliant, right-footed, goes for goal. Shodamu this time beats the ball out. And it's been a wonderful display. You could use all the adjectives to describe it so far, and it would fit the bill. Marcus Munch coming on the inside. Danny Mills again with a block. And Lucas Radeby, oh, that's accomplished defending. Now here he goes again, the boy wonder. Never giving up the lost cause and diving in. Referee's whistle has blown. He got the ball. And Alan Smith has been shown the yellow card. Well, he got the ball in the challenge with Umits. And that is a personal body blow for Alan Smith, because it means that yellow card will mean he is suspended for the next game in Istanbul for that return match against Besiktas. He's a wholehearted player. You'd expect Alan Smith to chase those lost causes. The referee, with that booking, means that Smith will sit out the 4th game of this campaign. It's the only downside to the night so far. Rankel's with you as well when he got the ball. This is Matteo. Hart. Inviting the core to come forward, just couldn't take it with him. Besiktas had the players to cover. Midway through the second half, Leeds leading by 4-0. With the scoreline so far in the new camp of Barcelona 0, AC Milan 1, the group is starting to take shape. Good strength from Smith. Oh, just trying to pick out Bakker again. The run from the midfield. Besiktas, though, were alert to the danger then. Radovi's gone down with that challenge with Karhan. Smith now looks for Bakker once again and finds him this time. Bakker with the back heel. Radovi's still down, and Besiktas come forward. And the boos at the moment, because Besiktas still come forward. This is hardly good sportsmanship, and Danny Mills will put the ball out of play now. Radovi in a great deal of pain. Gary Kelly not happy with Marcus Munch. Danny Mills trying to just separate them. Oh, and Numar's just come in and raised his arm to Danny Mills. It was outrageous play by Pascal Numar. And if the referee has seen it, his yellow card would mean he would be also suspended for the next game. His former teammate Olivier Decour was quick to get Neumar away from the situation, and the referee here, Manuel Piore, has got to certainly keep a check on things. Ibrahim at first, and he pushed him right in the face, and you can't raise your arm. And Neumar has got to be very, very careful. Well, what will the Portuguese official do? And Neumar now is just checking on Lucas Radebe, and it would appear that the 28-year-old striker, who's caused all the headlines back home for allegedly striking a photographer outside a nightclub, an incident in Istanbul, is going to actually escape a yellow card. Olivier Decour, I think he's being the peacemaker for his former Lens teammate. Naturally concerned for Lucas Radebe in the wars in the Nou Camp a fortnight ago. And picking up a knock this time on his left leg. The injury situation shows no sign of improving. That is staggering that Pascal Neumar has escaped the yellow card. Radebe was telling me after the Derby game he could only remember the Barcelona match when it was 2-0 after his concussion in the Nou Camp Stadium, and of course he didn't play last week against AC Milan. This is his first real taste of this season's European action, and thankfully he's back on his feet. And a substitution, and hardly surprising, Nevio Scala, the coach, is going to take Pascal Neumar out of the equation. Fasli will come on. Doesn't seem too impressed by the decision. I think it's only for his own good though. He's taken off his shirt. He's thrown it at the bench. You could tell he wasn't impressed with the situation at all. And I've got a feeling that that will result in a yellow card for Neumar after all, so maybe justice has been done, because you can't take your shirt off, and Neumar after all will miss the return game in Istanbul. His Gaelic temperament just getting the better of him, and Ibrahim also leaving the field now, and Mehmet, the number 10. A double substitution for Besiktas. Of course, after all of that, there's a corner to defend. And it will be another corner. Well, Alan Smith has been everywhere. He can afford a smile for his wholehearted performance. Munch is also getting the boos as Radebe heads this ball behind. Both he and Matteo went for the same ball because Munch was the player who had led the Besiktas attack, where many fans felt that it should have been knocked out of play for a throw with Radebe injured, and that's why Munch is getting the boos and the jeers from this near capacity crowd. Vigilant as ever, Nigel Martin. It's deep. And the downward header. Goal kick. We've been playing for nearly half an hour of the second half. And Stephen McPhail is going to come into the fray. A useful run out for Stephen McPhail, who wasn't fully fit when Leeds played against Barcelona a fortnight ago. He's since played a reserve game against Manchester City and will no doubt benefit from another run out here this evening. Alan Smith, well, he's worked so hard and Again, down to that hard work. He required 2 players to go across with him for Leeds to have the throw. And Olivier Dacour has certainly played his part in a wonderful display so far from Leeds United. He makes way for Stephen McPhail. With the job done, 4 goals to the good. McPhail will hopefully get a good, useful run out in these remaining minutes or so. This is Bowyer. He just couldn't take the ball with him. It was just that inch too far away from the Australian. He was certainly impressed on his return from the Olympics. 15 more minutes remain, and Besiktas, I'm sure, will be hoping that those 15 minutes go rather quickly when you're 4-0 down. There can't be a great deal of enjoyment left in the match as Arik Bakker is giving away a free kick. Lokomotiv Moscow were trounced here in the UEFA Cup last season. 4 goals put past them. It's another fine display at Ellen Road in European competition for David O'Leary to look back on in his short spell as Leeds United manager. Never stopped running all night, Alan Smith. Carhan. Dmitry Kleshtov. Looking for Mehmet. Couldn't control the ball, and Lucas Radaby, who's had one of his best games of the season, making sure that he tidies up at the back. Going through the routine for Besiktas now. Tafer. Back to Erman. He's just given the ball away. Back to Smith. Matteo coming up on the outside. Matteo now will flight the ball into the area, and Bakker's header on the run was just off target. He has had such an outstanding game in the middle of the park. Matteo again did well just to wait to pick him out. It was a pacey cross. On another occasion that might well have gone in the back of the net. Besiktas running out of ideas as the game wears on. About 12 minutes or so remaining of normal time. Plus a little bit of stoppages for that injury to Lucas Radaby. Darren Huckabee's been warming up for the last few minutes as well. This is Hart. Bakker's back heel, just gives the ball away. Mehmet will come forward. McPhail made sure that they didn't go too far forward. Ideal sort of situation for Stephen McPhail with his vision and his natural skill. The way that Leeds will want to keep hold of this ball for the remaining 10 minutes or so. Cheers from the crowd as Leeds start to string the passes together. There's crossfield ball. This is Matteo. Casually brings the ball down, flights over the cross. Showroom this time collects as Viduka is ready to pounce. Not allowing Besiktas to come forward, never allowing the pace of the game to settle, and through that Leeds have got it back again as Huckabee waits to come in and to join the fray. And it has been a wonderful display, there's no question about that tonight, in every department: defence, midfield and attack, and not of course forgetting Nigel Martin with his vital contributions in goal. The ball goes out of play for a Leeds throw. And we're going to have a substitution, and Alan Smith, who like Milan a week ago has toiled and worked so hard up front. He might not necessarily have a goal to show for his efforts, but everybody inside this ground knows how hard he's worked. Might deserve one. And think about poor old Besiktas. You're shell-shocked, you run ragged, and for the final 10 minutes you've got to contend with the pace and power of Darren Huckabee. This is Bowyer. Nemeth. Matteo just got a foot in the challenge. And the white shirts back in numbers to see it safely back with a header Ian Hart to Nigel Martin. Well, the fans are certainly enjoying what they've witnessed. Here is Ellen Rose. To be a difficult group, but had you said to David O'Leary that after 3 games, since Vasley just couldn't get there again, Lucas Radovich, so cool at the back, had you said that to him after 3 games, that you'd be in a position with 6 points, I'm sure he would have snapped your hand off. Because after Barcelona and AC Milan, Leeds, along with Besiktas, were expected to be battling it out for that 3rd spot, but doesn't appear to be going that way. And Erman is just being replaced by Rahim. The 3rd and final substitution from Besiktas. Still utilising those flanks well, and Bowie's made a great run. Paducah's in the penalty area, there's the cross. Paducah just couldn't take it with him. It was 2 or 3 inches behind him. But the way that Leeds attacked with so much speed down that right hand side, intelligent run from Bowie, always looking up, and Paducah got the faintest of touches, but not enough to bag his 2nd for the club. Hart sends in the cross. Munch will head the ball, and it goes behind for a corner. Just sums up the night of Besiktas. Not a lot has gone right for them. Four white shirts waiting in the area. It's an away swinger. Comes off the head of Ian Hart, heads the ball away. So for the Besiktas captain, he's also got a case of the jitters because he's just gone and sliced his intended ball out of play for a throw. Well, David O'Leary looks a very contented man, along with Eddie Gray, and every reason to do so as well. 4-0, leading Besiktas. Leeds are handily placed, it would appear, at the halfway stage. Now Darren Huckabee. This goes against him on that one. Kleshtoff will be delighted that he wasn't shown a clean pair of heels from the former Coventry man. We'll be glad just to get a slice of the action. A rather frustrating time for Darren Huckabee recently. Besiktas with Mehmet. Leeds again though, always having the men behind the ball. Besiktas have really, apart from those 2 quick incidents early on in the 2nd half, haven't found a way past that man. Kelly with a throw, with some 6 minutes remaining of normal time. 4-0 up. Wonderful display from David O'Leary's side. Now Ian Hart, and they're still threatening more too. Not resting on their laurels, no one could accuse Leeds of doing that. Gary Kelly's coming on overlap, Bowyer sends in the cross. Shuramu didn't really have to move his feet to collect that ball. Who would have thought that with 5 minutes remaining, Leeds will be 4 up. Just offside as Huckabee and Viduka. Change of personnel, but no change in the way that the front two have been working. The understanding was there, and Mark Viduka has shown signs that that trip down under has really benefited him in terms of match sharpness, despite the fact that Australia didn't win a single game. This is Nihat. Good defending from Ian Hart. Stood up to the 20-year-old, and now he's released Darren Huckabee. Darren Huckabee will have a chance to run up the Besiktas defence. In away the ball, Shuramu will make the clearance. Backer picking up the loose ball. Out to Huckabee once again. Always likes to have the defenders on the back foot, running with his toes. Hart to McPhail. Hart coming forward. And he was checked by the third Besiktas player, Umit. Every Leeds player wants to get in on their slice of the action. Bowie's had his fair share slice of this evening. As he goes to ground, Viduka slips and Besiktas will clear. Well, there have been many European nights to savour. So many accomplished displays by a side which is still so young. I'm sure they've gained so much from that run in the UEFA Cup last season that when you then step up in European class and you play at the highest level as Leeds are doing, that they have learnt those lessons, certainly from the sides such as Spartak Moscow and Galatasaray, who of course were playing in this competition before dropping into the UEFA Cup. And the way that Leeds have always closed down Besiktas, I'd be surprised if they'd learnt some harsh lessons from the new camp. But they have responded and bounced back in dazzling fashion. It's their turn to get out the hiding. And Besiktas have some 2.5 minutes remaining before their suffering is over. Comparisons could be drawn between these two sides. After all, Besiktas beat Lokomotiv Moscow in a qualifying game, a similar scoreline that Leeds actually beat the Russian side in the UEFA Cup last season. In this performance, the two sides, there is a certain gulf in class. It's been a very classy display from Leeds. Here's Huckabee. Umit taking no chances. Desperate to prove a point down, Huckabee. Gary Kelly with a throw. Huckabee lays it back to Kelly. He sends in the cross. The header tipped over by Shuramu. Good agility from the goalkeeper, but another wonderful header from Arit Bakker. Patient build-up play. Kelly with a cross. He hung in the air so well and forced Shuramu to another good save. Popular figure of Lee Bowyer to take the corner. It's an away swinger, Hart's downward header to the feet of Huckabee, who turns the ball in. It's a rare goal for Darren Huckabee. It's a 5th goal for Leeds United. And the crowd have really enjoyed, quite literally, a 5-star display. Shoramu is smiling. He doesn't really have a great deal to smile about. Leeds, on the other hand, well, they do. 5-0. Huckabee controlled the ball from Hart's downward header, turned and rifled it in. That goal will mean a lot to Darren Huckabee as we now enter stoppage time. And Leeds 5, Besiktas 0 will certainly rank as one of the many highlights, not just under David O'Leary's regime, but the side, of course, the Super League side, which had so many European nights to savour here themselves. Now the atmosphere as well, generated from a near full house, is living up to what we've been witnessing on the pitch. Now to stoppage time, and Neville Scala must wonder what has hit his side. He said they would attack with patient football, but all the attacking football has been in the white shirts of Leeds United, and Besiktas simply haven't been able to live with David O'Leary's exciting team. They had their chances, they didn't take them. Leeds have taken theirs. With the back pass to Shoramu. Still laid back as he was in the first minute, Shoramu. Nihat just couldn't latch onto that ball, and Nigel Martin was there. This is McPhail. Looks for Huckabee. Huckabee with his pace will certainly get there. He's done well, Huckabee. Pulls the ball back to the edge of the area. Just run away from him. That's the pace and power that can unnerve a defence when they've got tired legs at the end of the game. Huckabee brought on, off the bench, fresh legs. Will always give their defence a run for the money. Certainly been a performance to be proud of. And we'll also send out a warning to AC Milan, who now lead Barcelona 2-0, as well as the Spanish side, who are yet to come to Ellen Road. But Leeds, on their own patch, are a completely different proposition. Now Huckabee. Again, putting pressure on the Besiktas defence. Carhan just waiting for the final whistle to blow now, Besiktas. And Mehmet caught in possession by Bowyer. His endless bounds of energy find Huckabee, who again has got the Besiktas players on the back foot. He pulls the ball back, and there is Lee Bowyer, and it is a 6th goal. And he started it all off, and he's finished it all off. And Leeds United 6, Besiktas 0. What a night, what a performance. The sort of run that you'd associate with Darren Huckabee. Pulled it back, Maduka couldn't get there, but Bowyer could. And the misery is complete for Besiktas. And in fact, Leeds United 6, Besiktas 0 equals the highest margin of victory in this competition, which was set by Marseille's 6-0 win over CSKA Moscow back in '93. 6-0, and it is all over. It is a performance and a scoreline that will live long in the memory. And Lee Bowyer, with his 2 goals, played his part. Mind you, every player to don the white shirt this evening played his part in a sensational and awesome attacking display. Besiktas simply annihilated. Mark Viduka, his first goal for the club, showing signs of the form that why David O'Leary spent £6 million to sign him from Celtic. And Eirik Bakker, you wouldn't have known it was his 3rd game in a week. What a night, what a game, what a scoreline. Leeds United 6, Besiktas 0.